Maxton Hall Season 2 is finally here, and I loved it so far. A lot has happened in 3 episodes, and we have 3 more to come, so let's uncover the ones we've watched. Then I'll tell you everything I know about the 4th episode. So it's obvious that James has been going through a lot, and I really like how his character's evolving. He turned out to be a caring and loving guy, unlike his monstrous dad. I can't stand that guy. I mean, I want to kill him every single time I see him. He's stealing his daughter's life and continuously bullying his son. Sorry to say that, but he was the one that should be dead, not their mother. At least, we know that most of the things would have been better. I just don't understand why James never says something to him. Okay, I get that this was the way he was raised. Obey everything your father says and be heartless. But he doesn't have to do this anymore. He's finally seeing that there's a lot happening outside his bubble, and I think he needs a real life from now on. I mean, that man can stop giving James money, but he would never change his school since it would be a hit to his reputation. If school's the problem, I've just solved it. There you go. But I think James's breaking point will be when his dad finds out that Lydia is pregnant. Because I'm 100% sure that he's going to say terrible things to her and force her to get an abortion. That's when she'll leave the house. She won't take it anymore, and we all know that she's the mastermind behind the company, so things will fall apart when she leaves. I'm not that sure about where she'd go, though. My first guess was Ruby's place. She was there when they first heard the heartbeats of Lydia's babies, and she'll be there for her no matter what. And her family is also the kindest and warmest people we've ever seen on the screen, so I don't think they'd have a problem with that. She can also go to the father of the babies, Sutton, but I don't think she'd want that. She saw how happy he was when he got the promotion. She wouldn't want to be in his way. She really loves him. And I gotta tell you something about that promotion. Mortimer is behind it. In episode 3, the principal was showing the event room to a woman, and she asked him why he made an inexperienced teacher like Sutton his deputy. So, hear me out. Mortimer found out about Lydia and Sutton's relationship, and he made the principal make Sutton his deputy so that Sutton would stay away from Lydia. I'm sure that he didn't think that Lydia would stay away from Sutton because she cares about him, but Sutton will stay away from her because he'll care about his promotion more than Lydia. Because that's the kind of man Mortimer is. He has no emotions, just greed. And for Lydia, once she's out of that house, she's not coming back. Now that everybody knows Ember's incredibly talented at making dresses, I think Lydia and Ember will start to work together. And I'm not just talking about making dresses for events, I'm talking about a fashion empire. Oh, you guys don't know how much I'd love to see that happen. Okay now, let's talk about the other twin. So, we know that he's in trouble with his father after that speech he gave at the event. I have to tell you that it was incredible. Opening up to a lot of people about something so vulnerable is probably the hardest thing that anyone can do in their lives. If you guys told me that James would be able to do that when I was watching Season 1, Episode 1, I'd have laughed in your face. And now he really grew up to be the man his mother would want him to be. You know, a man that is nothing like his father. As for him and Ruby, I think that everything got solved in Episode 3. That speech also made Ruby realize that he really needed help, and he was in a really dark place. I'm also sure that she felt guilty for not being there for him when he lost his mother, but she didn't know, so she'll be there for him from now on, no matter what. We just might have a teeny tiny problem, and that is Ruby being accepted to Oxford. That was her dream, and you can't believe how happy I am that she achieved it. But we know for a fact that James doesn't want to go there since he skipped his last interview on purpose. I've done some digging and found out that he doesn't skip his interview in the books and goes to Oxford. So he can either go to Oxford by using the Beaufort card, or we can expect something far more different than in the books. Let me know what you guys think. Maxton Hall Season 2, Episode 4 will be out on the 14th of November, so we have a week before it. While we're waiting, you can check the video on the screen and don't forget to follow for more Maxton Hall content.